Alright, boys, is it real or is it actually legit fake? That's what we're going to be digging into in this video. So today, we're going to be looking at a few different things regarding the Midnight Club leak. Now, if you'll see here is a new screenshot that claims to be from the new Midnight Club, and then if you see here is what that original screenshot was actually from. Now, that second screenshot was traced back to a forum for SLRR, and basically, it's a forum where people make mods, and, and then they post them up and that kind of stuff. So, regardless, someone took that second screenshot and made some sort of menu system on top of it. However, the thing that you'll notice is the fact that in that screenshot, they have a different amount of money than the screenshot with the R34 GTR. Now, also, the interesting thing about these two screenshots is the fact that the screenshot with the Chevy that claims to be a screenshot that we now know is faked is a lot less high quality than the screenshot with the R34 GTR. The R34 GTR shot is a lot crisper. There's a lot more. There's not a lot more definition. There's a lot more sharpness to everything in the shot. So it all looks very well, well portrayed and well presented. Whereas if you look at the screenshot with the Chevy, everything is a little grainier, a little fuzzier, a little less high quality, really. So that is another thing that points to it being a possibility of, like, well, they took, they took the shot with maybe, like, the template from the GTR shot and maybe reworked it a whole bunch for the Chevy shot. But the thing is, like, why would they have gone to the details of, like, to make, say, for example, the money amount different? I mean, it's little things like that I'm like, God, you gotta be really into making fake stuff to go that far for something like that. So, but without a doubt, the Chevy screenshot is, or quote-unquote screenshot is faked, 100% faked. If anybody sends you that and tells you, like, oh, dude, it's Midnight Club, it isn't. The GTR shot, I have yet to see anything on if that's fake or not, but the Chevy is definitely fake. Now, the icon and the main screen, the press start screen, are a little bit, they're still up in the air. They could have been made, they could have been quote-unquote fabricated, but the thing is also that gamer tag carries over through all the shots, like, the GTR shot, the Chevy shot. But the thing is, again, if someone is faking these, they could take the GTR shot, use it as a template, and put whatever background they wanted to behind those menu screens, and then make whatever menu screens they wanted. So that's another possibility that you want to watch out for and keep in mind when we see these shots regarding Midnight Club. Now, there's another thing, though, that's a little bit weird as far as Midnight Club goes, and that is the fact that the studio that originally developed Midnight Club and then the Midnight Club team is pretty much dismantled at this point. I mean, there's really no remaining original Midnight Club team. Now, that doesn't mean that something could have gone on behind closed doors and people could have gotten back together, or they could have assembled a new team to take that series. But, I mean, to be fair, I'm not sure if, I mean, people are saying, I've seen people say around the internet, they're like, oh, this is like, there's no way, that team is dismantled, and that's the only team that can make that game. I mean, they could fire the series back up with a new team. It would just be a risk because it'd be a totally new team making a game that is very, very much loved by a lot of people in the racing game world, and if they screw it up, then, well, they've got a big deal on their hands. So, keeping all of this stuff in mind, there's a lot of weird little nitpicky stuff. Like, again, the menus and, like, the menus and then the little money display on the menus. Also, if you look at the bottom of the Chevy shot, there's some weird stuff about it because, like, you've got different superchargers you can put on a car, right? One of the brands is Rockstar. Why would they have, like, a game dev brand supercharger? I mean, especially if you have like a bunch of other supercharger brands, it's like, why would you stick Rockstar in there? That doesn't really make that much sense. It just doesn't make that much sense to me as to why they would stick it in there. I mean, it's funny because that's another thing that makes me feel like the GTR shot is a whole hell of a lot less fake, or has a much lower chance of being fake than the Chevy shot, which is 100% fake. Like, no doubt 100%. There's just so many things in that shot that point to it being fake that you can almost look at it and be like, I'm a little questioning of that. You know what I mean? And plus, the GTR, the camera angle actually looks like you're sitting at a menu. Whereas the Chevy, it doesn't look like a camera angle. I mean, it looks like a camera angle that might be used, but it doesn't really... Nothing about that shot signifies movement of anything, and it just looks like everything is sitting there. Whereas the GTR, in that screenshot, you see, like, you get the sense that it could move at any time. You get the sense that, like, you know, the in-game screen itself, not the car, but the in-game screen and then the in-game menu could move at any time, and it seems like a fluid position to place the camera, whereas the Chevy, not so much. There's not that much there that could be done as far as... I mean, well, there could be things done for movement, but not quite on the same level of what you would see in the screenshot of the GTR, I feel. Now, another thing is the fact that there's weird little discrepancies. Well, I talked about the weird little discrepancies before, but I'm starting to think of, like, so first of all, what if this whole entire thing was fake, right? What if this entire quote-unquote Midnight Club leak was actually a whole fake thing by somebody that just wanted to just drum something up? There's no real, there's nothing on these things that's like, you know, even very subtle things, and I've zoomed in on these screenshots, there's nothing that's like, you know, a little very subtle logo that somebody may have left, or a little clue that somebody actually made these, and it, like, you know, just kind of fabricated them, and it wasn't Rockstar. Aside from, again, the Chevy, we're excluding that at this point. We're just talking about, again, the main screen and then the GTR and the icon. But it's just one of those things where you think to yourself, man, if someone, like, if I had done this, if I had, you know, gone and fabricated this whole thing, you know, I would be kind of proud of it, and I would want, you know, I would be like, oh yeah, I did that, and I would want kind of there to be maybe even like some sort of virtual calling card on it, but there's nothing there. There's absolutely nothing there, and nobody is there taking credit, quote unquote credit, for any of these shots. So that's what makes me think that the whole thing could possibly be real. Now, someone on Reddit claimed to have made the Chevy menu screen shot deal. So that's, but the thing is, you know, anybody can comment on Reddit, anybody can take credit for anything on Reddit, so it's not like, until I see, like, actual proof that the guy made it, I'm just going to treat it like a Reddit comment, and it's not, you know, that much of a thing, and it's just, like, it just is what it is, you know what I mean? Like, it just is what it is, and I'm going to leave it be until I see some actual proof of it, and when I do, I'll of course, update you guys so you all know what the story is behind all of this kind of stuff. Now, I mean, I'm really not concerned about who made the shot of the Chevy. I mean, that's like, like I said, we all know it's a fake deal, but if someone made the rest of it, then I would be curious to know, more curious to know whether or not it's fake than who made it. Because really, who made it is not really as relevant to me as knowing whether or not it's fake. Because if it really is 100% fake, then I don't want to get my hopes up for a brand new Midnight Club game. Now, if it's not fake, that's the whole other end of the story and the whole other side of the stick, if you will, and if that's the case, then we've all got a lot of excited to be. But right now, take all of this Midnight Club stuff with a grain of salt, and we'll see where it goes from here. So if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave me a like, tell me in the comments down below what y'all thought of it, and if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe for more. If you'd like to keep up with me outside of YouTube, make sure you check out my Facebook, my Twitter, and my Instagram. Links will be in the description box below, as they always are, and as usual. And don't forget to check back to either later today or tomorrow tomorrow because we post 2 videos every single day over here on the channel, and I'm very excited to see you guys back again. So again, hope you all enjoyed. See you guys later.